Hello and welcome you all to the 12th video of this Terraform series, and this is Vikas here. And in today's session I will be demonstrating about modules concept in Terraform. So here you will come to know, like, in a real time industry, how we make use of modules, what are the folder structure we follow, and like we will come to know, like, meta arguments like source and version. Along with that we will see root and child modules. So let me give you a quick walkthrough of what are the things we are going to achieve today. So you can see here, the first we will see what is root and child module. Second, we will output values from modules. And third is like we will output value from one module, and we will use that value in some other module. Okay, and we will see like meta argument, like we have source and version here. Okay, and we will see folder architecture. That is the most important thing in the module concept. So I will show you in the real industry how we work and how we form folders and all. Okay, and in the sixth is we can create multiple resources and using for each loop, right? So this is a very minimalistic project, you can say, where I am using these five resources so that I can modularize it, and I will show you how to do it. So why we use module? So actually module group multiple resources together to create reusable code throughout your configuration. When you are writing a module, then the client whom you will hand over this code will not bother about the codes you wrote in the back end. Okay, they just have to pass those values from the front end. Okay, and they will just reuse the module again and again, right? Like if you will use a tf-vad file, so if they are writing for production, they will change the values according to the production, correct? And they will just execute the same code, right? They will again they are writing the code for testing, they will again change the value as per the testing performance, and they will execute the code again, right? So they are not bothering about what we have wrote in the backend. Those are called modules, right? So this is improving the uh, code reusability, correct? So this is simple, like modules can be thought of like packages in Python or modules in JavaScript. So whenever a developer is calling a module, doesn't need to know about the underlying behavior, and the needs to only pass the values, or you can say the required data, right? So these are the thing we will see. Okay, and these are the resources I am going to use here. So let me give you a quick walkthrough, then we can start. Okay, so this is my AWS VPC here. Okay, and I have a subnet here as well, and this subnet I am attaching here to this VPC, right? And I am using AWS this security group. Okay, so you can see this is asking for the input of VPC ID here. So we are passing the VPC ID, correct? AWS VPC, and the logical name my VPC and dot ID, right? And here as well you can see it is asking for the CIDR block of this AWS VPC. Then the same way you will pass again, right? This resource name AWS VPC, along with the logical name my VPC and dot CIDR value block. So okay, and here I am using a NIC interface, network interface card, that will be assigned to the this AWS instance. So here you can see, here I am passing this AWS network interface, this resource name dot this name, logical name, and dot ID we have to pass, right? And okay, so this is fine. So step one is this only. You will do what? You will just gather your code in a single file that is called main.tf. This is the first step, and let's go to the second step. That is what you have to create a provider.tf. right? And here what you will do, you will keep your provider. Okay, so we are following the best coding approach as we do in industry. Okay, so this is done. Now it is fine. Okay, so the second step is done, right? Now our task is to create modules, right? So how do we do that? So for that, what you have to do, just create a modules folder first. Once you have created a modules, you will do what? So in real-time project, these all things like your VPC, subnet, AWS interface, AWS security groups, and NIC card all comes under one folder. Okay, because these all are related to networking section. But let's do one thing. Okay, okay, let's do one thing. Let's just go ahead and let's just create 4 modules so that you will have a great understanding, right? So what you will do, you will go to the modules and you will again create a folder. So what is first folder? That is VPC, correct? And this is the VPC. Okay, and in the VPC you will do what? You will create main.tf. Fine. So you have created main.tf here. So what you will do now, it is not at all required here, right? Copy from here and go to the module VPC main.tf. Here also you are having main.tf file, right? So we have started from here. Do not be confused. Like we have all the code in the main.tf earlier. What we done next? We have created provider.tf where we have kept our provider. Done. And third thing what we have done, we have created a modules folder. Under modules folder we will create our modules, that are child modules, right? So how many child modules we are going to create? First is VPC, second is subnet, third is security group, and fourth is NIC interface, and fifth is instance, right? So you can understand by this, right? So these are the 5 modules we are going to create in this simple project, right? So this is VPC. The same main.tf file I have created here, and I have pasted the code of VPC, right? Okay, so once this is done, again in the module you will do what? Again you will create one more folder, that is subnet, right? Make sure it is not getting created. Just a second. The subnet folder got created here. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's edit here itself. So okay, so what do we need here? Okay, modules. Inside modules, okay, we are in the modules. We will go to the modules. VPC already we have created. Now we will create for subnet, right? Just click on that. Sorry for the technical glitch. So here what I have done, we are inside the modules folder and we have done nothing. We have done what? We have just created 5 child modules. So you can see I have renamed it as AWS VPC, AWS subnet, AWS security group, AWS NIC, and AWS instance. So once this is done, we can go back to our this code editor. Okay, so now we are ready with all the modules. You can see we do have all the files here. Fine. So what we have to do now? Okay, the same way we have kept the VPC code, the same way we will copy all the code of subnet, right? So just copy this, not copy, just cut it and go to the subnet section, and here you have to create what file. You can give any name but choose main.tf only. So this is the resource block of subnet. This is done. Again go back to the main code, and here this is for security group, right? Copy this code and go to the security group, and here again you create main.tf, provide the code. Fine. Again go back to the main.tf. What are the things left? Okay, NIC is left. Just go back. main.tf, okay, given. And the last thing is what, this AWS EC2 instance, just cut it, go to the AWS instance section, just okay, and main.tf, okay. So this is done, and our all modules is ready, and this is the folder structure we are getting, right? So this is our main module, which is having all the child modules here, right? You can see, as we have discussed, we are ready with all the modules here, right? And what are the next thing we have to do? So what you can do, you can go to each and every module and you can variabilize these all things, okay? So let me just go ahead and let me variabilize these all things, that is variable, and here we will pass VPC CID, and here we will pass the type of string, and what will be the default value, okay. And how we will pass this value, control C, var dot, fine. In the same way I will variabilize the second thing, that is the name of this AWS VPC, okay. So let's just go ahead and let's just variabilize this VPC tag, and this is the type of okay. And here you have to provide the default value. When you will hit enter, you will get something like this. So this field should be name equals to this name, right? Just cut this and paste here. So once this is done, there is no need of this flower brackets. Now just do vpc.tag, right? So how we have the variables, so many variables. So what we can do for best coding approach, we will do what, we will just create one more folder, that is what, variables.tf, and here provide these values, great. So in the same way, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just variabilize all these things, and let me come back to you, right? So it will be very time consuming, so that I will pause this video, and once I will be done with this variabilizing, I will come back to you. So I just came back here because see, I have to tell you something important thing here, because see, while you were variabilizing, you will hover, right? Like why we are, how, what I should do when it is asking for the VPC ID as well. So what you can do here, you don't have to do anything, you just have to do what, you just have to provide a meaningful variable name like this variable, and here what it is asking, right, VPC ID it is asking. So something meaningful name you just give, I just gave the same, right? And default equals to, and here you have to provide the VPC ID, right? So as such, in this field VPC ID is not yet present. So what you will do, you do not define anything, right? You just do what, you just mention the type of this string, okay. So I have not passed any value like this CIDR block and this subnet name. So I gave a meaningful name because in the tag section I'm passing the name of the subnet. So the main focus should be this here, right? We are variabilizing everything, CIDR block, and this is, but this is dependent, on the VPC ID. So what I have done, I have just done nothing, I have just declared this variable. I will do what now, I will just make use of this variable, just delete this everything, clear it, no need, var dot VPC ID. So I hope you understand my point, right? If you are getting such ID like fields, you will do what, you will just variabilize, and you will not pass any default value, right? Okay, so the same thing I'm going to apply on all. Okay, let me stop this video and let me come back. In this security group also we have a field of VPC ID, right? So here also VPC ID, and what we will do, we will just define the type. We will not define any default value here. Okay, so VPC ID, right? So we have defined, and leave it this ingress and egress rule as it is. So I have just done what I have in the tag section. I have provided the name of the security group, so you can see here. So as the tag is a type of map, so I have used the same. Okay, so leave it all things by default, and here what we have to do, we have to pass the VPC ID, right? Var dot VPC ID. So once this is done, okay, so let me keep it in variable.tf again, create one more variable.tf in. Okay, so this is done. Now let's go and move to our next folder, that is AWS NIC, right? So here also what we have to do, we have to provide the subnet ID now, right? So just create a variable subnet ID, correct? And here what you will do, you will just type, you will just define the type. You will not pass any value here. You can pass any value, right? But what I just want to pass from the front end. Okay, I don't want to pass these value from the back end. Okay, so that's why we are doing this. So type is string. Okay, so once this is done, okay, again we have to define the name of the subnet, sorry, this NIC interface variable, nickname, it is a type of string, correct? And here this is the name, right? So you can pass a value here, it's not an ID here. So default equals to, okay, let's take out this and let's paste here. So instead of that, let's do it my network interface, my nick. Okay, it is a type of different type, right? Map of any. Okay, and you have to use the same value here. So this all will can var dot nick name here. Okay, and here you have to pass the subnet ID, right? How you will pass? Var dot subnet ID. This is fine. And here it is asking for the private IPs, correct? So that also we don't want to pass here, right? So what we will do, variable, and define variable the names. So let's take the same name here. So we can pass multiple IPs here. Okay, because you can see this is a list of string, like, right? Under this you can pass multiple values like this. Right now it is just one. So let's just go ahead and define the type equals to, this is a list of string, and here take this value and pass here. I hope you have seen my previous videos. So like if you are not defining a tf var, then it will directly take from the this default value, right? So that also we will see in the session if time permits. It should pop up var dot private IPs. So once this is done, let's just go ahead and let's just create a variable.tf here and pass all the variables, correct? So this section also done, right? And only one left is our this AWS instance, right? So let me stop this video and let me come back to you once this is done. So I came to the AWS EC2 instance, and here you can see I have variabilized this AMI as a instance, AMI instance type as instance type, correct? And here you can see it is asking for NIC interface ID. So what I have done, again I have done what, I have just declared the variable, you can see here NIC ID, so that I will use here, right? So let's just go ahead and var dot NIC ID. So this is done, right? And all the variabilizing, all the things has been variabilized. Now create a variables.tf here and pass. So all thing good now. Fine. We are ready with our all the modules, right? Now the main scenario comes. Okay. So what you have to do, whatever modules you have declared here, okay, whatever modules you have declared here, you have to call that in the main.tf. Do not forget. So whatever modules, 5 modules you have created, okay, AWS VPC, I think one extra, okay, let me delete that, okay, sorry. So these are the modules which we have created, 5 modules, right? So those all have to called here, right? So how you will call, just this is simple, just select module, just hit enter. Here you have to provide the name of your module. So the name can be anything, any logical name you can provide here. So I am giving this as a VPC itself, it's fine. And how you will access this, right? How you will access this, that is source equals to, and here you have to provide like where from this main.tf, how you will reach this AWS VPC section, correct? So how you will reach, so in the current directory dot, you will have modules, where you will have what, AWS VPC folder. So let me just take this name and fine. And why you are getting this error, because all these things should come under this, right? So like this you have to do. So let's just go ahead and let's just do for all first. So module, and here we will call subnet, correct? And here we will call the module, right? How you will call, like this. And here you have to provide the name of the this module. This is the path, right? This name can be anything, right, based on your choice, but this name, this is the path. So make sure you are providing the correct path. See, subnet, this is subnet. Same way again you will recall all the module, like this is the module which is security group, right? Now just do sg, and here we will call the module. Again almost the path is same, so I am copying this. So module slash AWS sg, right? AWS sg. So once this is done, just go for other module, and that is NIC, right? So this is the module, and how you will call this. So this is done. Now you have to call the module. So what is the source name? NIC, right? NIC module. Once this is done, now what is the next module? That is instance, fine. And how you will call, by this source. Many more things are yet to be done, but this is the basic structure what we are currently trying to achieve. So AWS IANSTANCE. So this is done, right? So now what you have to do, so like this we access the modules, right? This module, all the module we are accessing respectively. So now how we will pass the values, right? So because going forward we are not going to touch this module, right? We will be passing our values from this side only, this front end, right? And from the backend we will not touch, as we have discussed. So what we will do, so this is the VPC module, right? Let's just go back to our AWS VPC, and this is our VPC, right? Here you can see these are the inputs. Okay, so see, okay, let me do one thing, and this is the VPC module, right? So this is the file, you can see AWS VPC main.tf file, this is right. And this one file, you can see this is the main.tf, the front end main.tf, correct? So once you will try to access via this source, it will ask you to pass these two values, correct? These two values you have to pass from here, correct, where you have defined the module, so that you can directly pass, correct? So what you will do, if you will try to type VPC CIDR, see it is accessing, right? And here var dot VPC, okay, correct. So you will be bothering, right, why I have written this var.vpc CIDR in the right side. The left one is okay. The left one is the name, is which name? The same name you have declared in the AWS VPC. You can see VPC CIDR itself. So this belongs to the backend, the left one. Okay, please concentrate. The left one name you gave in the module, that belongs to the name which you gave in the backend. See, AWS VPC main.tf var. TF, this is the variable, right? But this variable you will name na, that is what you will, this is the right one. This value you will pass from the front end here, right? So let me do one thing. For this, let me create one var.tf here. So I am in the modules, outside of the module here, and I will create here. So the right side one is the value which we are passing from the front end. So in the front end, I have created one variables.tf, right? And here what I will do, I will just declare one more variable. Okay, so let me do it from the code editor itself. No, it's not required. First save this. Okay, so here we do have the variable. So you noticed one thing, like I have given the left variable and the right variable same name, right? That you can do, that is a great approach, because see, you can define a other name for the right side, right? Because you have variable.tf file here, you can directly define, fine. But for this for the sake of simplicity, try to define both sides the same name, right? So if I have defined the same variable here, so what I can do, I can just go back to the AWS VPC. I can take the this both names here from here, right? And I will just define here, paste here, right? Once I will do this, you can go back, right? And again, second variable you have to pass, that is the VPC name, right? So VPC name equals to var dot VPC, okay, name. So the same variable I have defined here as well, right, in the variables.tf, correct? If you do not understand, let's just do, no need to worry, we can try for another. Like this is subnet, right? And in the subnet section, what I will do, I will just open the subnet section, and I have the variable file here, right? Okay, I have the variable file, I will just make it in the half, correct? And here what are the values it is asking, I have to pass those all values, fine. So what I have to do, so these are the values I have to pass, right? So what you will do, simply just pass all these values. VPC, see, all are giving here itself, right? VPC equals to var dot, give the same name, right? And the left and the right should be same, because we will declare the right one value in the front end itself, right? In this variable we will define, I will show you. So it is asking for the subnet CIDR, correct? Second value, so this subnet CIDR came, and here pass that var dot subnet CIDR, correct. And one more thing, VPC subnet, let's take all the value, go to variables.tf, fine. All the variable I have copied here, and let's just go back here where we were here, correct. And here what is the third variable name? That is subnet name, right? It will, the backend will ask for subnet name. So what we will do, var dot subnet name. See, it is now started giving, because we have copied these all values in the variable.tf. I hope you have understood till here. Okay, so for subnet this is done. Now you can go ahead and you just do for security group as well. So let's go to the security group. This is done, this is done. Security group section, go to the main.tf. okay, better you go with variable.tf. okay, so these are the two things from the front end we have to pass, correct. So what we will do, again we will do the same thing. We will define the left and the right variables by the same name, correct. You can copy this and you can go to the variable section here, and this is the main variable, right? And here you will, okay, one minute. Let's go to the security group, and this is the main.tf, right? Here we have declared two variables only. This is the first one, sg name, and this is the second one. And here one more variable was there, right? That we have not declared. Okay, let me declare this as well. Variable VPC CIDR. okay, let's do one thing. Let's declare here let's pass some value for the sake of simplicity. I have passed this value, so this means all, right? All the traffic we are allowing, correct. So now no need to define this. So here we have two values, right? SG name and this VPC ID. So you can go here and see, correct. So just copy this, go to your main variable, first copy this both the values. okay, so see, have you noticed one thing? VPC ID is required in one more module. Okay, that is subnet, right? Along with that, it is required in a security group, right? So you can see variables are getting overridden. So that also while running we can detect, but if you are noticing this, you can delete it, right? One is enough, one is enough, correct. So once this is done, what you will do, you will just go to the main module here. okay, and here you will start passing the values. So what are the values it is required? Let me just make it to the half. okay, so here security group VPC ID, right? VPC ID it is throwing, right? VPC ID equals to var dot VPC ID. See, it is throwing, right? So the left one is what? Left one is asking for the value, means in the backend you have defined this, and the right one is what? This variable files where you have declared the same, right? That's why it is from the right we are assigning this variable to the back, correct. So the same way you will provide SG name, right? SG name equals to var dot, it should give me, right? SG name, perfect. So this is done, and many more things are yet to be done. Do not worry, that also we will see. okay, so for Nick, so go for Nick now. So in the same way, let me do these all things and let me come back to you. okay, I'm pausing this video. So once you are done with this modular format, along with that this modular value passing, once you are done with that, okay, so what you have to do now, so now have you seen, like, see, VPC ID you are passing here, correct. So is that a correct way? How you will pass this VPC ID? Because you are creating VPC ID in some module, which is this module, right? AWS VPC, correct? This module. But you need the IP of the VPC in the subnet module here, correct? So how you will pass? Then only your output block comes in picture, right? So how you will do that? You will just go to your VPC. So here you will do what? You will create one more block, or let's do one thing. Just create output. So here you will provide the VPC ID. Fine. And here you have to provide value. Value equals to, how you will pass? AWS VPC dot my VPC dot ID. So this is the one which we are looking for. So either you can keep it here only, or you can do, for the best coding approach, you just create one more output dot tf. Fine. And here I have pasted this. Where it went? Once again. Okay, so I'm cutting this. I'm going to the output.tf and I have pasted this. So in this session, what you have to do, you just have to remember this name, right? That is VPC ID. Do not forget this. So let's do one thing. So we have to pass this value, right? This module has done what? This module has created VPC and this has generated this VPC ID, and now it will throw to other, this which is AWS subnet, correct? So you will not touch this. What you will do, you will go to the main only here. Okay, and here you will come, and here it is asking for the VPC ID, right? So what you will do, you will delete this now. Fine, not required. And how you will use that? You will just do module dot, what name you gave here, VPC dot, what is the name of the output you have copied, right? VPC ID. This what I was saying. So you have done what? You have went through this module, you have outputted the VPC ID, which was a required parameter of a second module. So, and you have passed this value, right? Once you have outputted, the name of the output was VPC ID. So I came here, what I have done, I have called this module dot VPC. This is the name, right? And along with the output name. Fine. In the same way, here also, see, it is asking for the VPC ID. So what you can do, you can again take the same, right? Because it is present in the same module only. This module only throwing the VPC ID. Fine, perfect. Once this is done, see, it is asking for subnet ID now, correct? So subnet ID, where I will get the subnet ID? Again, I will go to the AWS subnet block. I will go to the main.tf, and here I will output the subnet ID. Output subnet ID, and here just pass the value. Value equals to AWS. Okay, let's copy this name. Subnet dot my subnet dot what, this ID, right? Subnet ID. Okay, I think you must check the keyword on Google once. I think it gave me from the IntelliSense, so I'm using this only. So this is the subnet ID, correct? Okay, so it is missing one bracket. So for the best coding approach, I will do what? I will just cut it. I will just create one output.tf. This video is going long, but it is very much informative, right? So once this is done, what you have to do, you just have to remember this name, that is subnet ID, correct? And subnet ID, go to the this main.tf, right, where you have to pass. So this is the place where subnet id is required. So now what you will do again, module dot, what is the name of the module? Again subnet module is throwing, right? So this module name you will provide subnet, is the name correct? Subnet dot subnet id. Fine. So you one thing you noticed, whatever you are deleting na, that all you have to clear in the variables, right? Like vpc id, correct? It is not required variable here, right? Because we are getting already from one module to another. So now we don't have here var dot vpc id, so we can clear this. So we will clear this, right? So let's focus on our main agenda here. Sorry. Okay, so now what are the things required? Now we need a nick id, correct? So again go to nick, go to main, again output nick id. You can provide any name, right? You don't think like I am passing this only. You can provide any name, the same name you will use there, like module dot module name dot this name only. Okay, value equals to, so this is a long name, so let me copy this dot dot it. Perfect. So let's just copy this. For the coding, best coding approach, we will create put a tf, paste here. Fine, this is done. Not done. Just take this name, go to your main again, and here instead of variable, don't forget to delete this variable module. Okay, module module dot nick dot the output name nick id. So I don't think any id are there, so let's just go to the variable section and delete the id part, right? Delete this. ami is required, subnet id not required, right? Delete this. vpc id not at all required, again delete this. Okay, these are only the allowed values. Fine. So once this is done, let's just go ahead and let's just try to initiate the Terraform one. So how you will initiate in this place? You will just click on this, you will just open integrated terminal and let me type Terraform in it. Okay, so let's type here and wait for some time until it's load. So see, we got some issue here. So you can see it is saying invalid default name for variable. You can see where the issue is. Default equals to my nick, variable nickname, variable dot tf nickname. $34 default equals to, it is map of any, right? So we cannot write like this. So what we will do, it's map of any means key value pair should be there, right? So name equals to, pass any name, like I'm passing my nick. Fine. So you see, if it is accessing your all module na, like Terraform init you will do, it will try to access all the module, right? See, it is doing, right? So this will validate even your all the modules are accessible or not. So you can see these are the things. For that we got some issue, so no need to worry, we will solve this. So default map of string is single type. I have saved it or not? I think in the backend also we have the same mistakes. Let's just go to the modules, nick, variables, and here see what you have to do. Default, hit enter, name equals to my. So we are going with the errors, right? So no need to worry, because You will have a great understanding until you will finish this. So okay, so this is done. Now go to the next issue. So VPC ID, the argument value is required, but no definition is first found. So value is not found. Okay, VPC ID. Let's go to the VPC ID where you have outputted. This is the one, right? So this is the one. Value is required. Okay, so this is the mistake, right? Value. This is done. Now let's just go to this one. Values required. Okay, I think both are the same. Let's see again. So while in initializing only you will face this much challenges. So if your model is perfect, then it will initialize in the best way, right? So let's wait. If any error come, I will come back. Okay, so it is taking time. The session is 45 minutes plus. Okay, so once your Terraform init is done, now you have to do what? You have to do Terraform plan and hit enter. So this will give you a blueprint of all the resources what you are going to create. Okay, along with that it will validate also. So see, this is the one validation. You can see this object has no argument, nested block or exported attribute name, subnet id. So this what I have told you, right, to check on Google. So in either we have to provide id or we have to provide subnet id. Not sure. Let me try with id itself and let's see if it's take. Let's go to the AWS subnet section where you have outputted this. So here I will do what? I will just give it id now, correct? So let's just do plan again and let's see. If not, we will try to Google it. No issues. So see, you got the blueprint, right, after the error. Okay, so these are the things, right? So you can see these are the values you are passing here, and T2 micro, the instance type, and you can see the name of the server you are going to create, that is prod server and all. So these all values you are passing from where? You are passing from this variable. Okay, this variable, correct? So these are the names. So you can, these values can be different from the values which you have defined in the modules, right? In these modules you have also the same default value, right? So if you will not pass, suppose if you will not pass values from here now, then it will by default take values from their default variables, which is this, correct? So if I am not passing here, so it will take this value from this default only. So fine. So once this is done, let's just go ahead and let's do apply itself, Terraform apply. Okay, I think this session is going too long, so I will make a second part of this video for creating multiple resources at a time, right? So it's already crossed 50 minutes plus. Okay, so let's just start up Terraform apply and let's see all the resources are getting created or not. Okay, so it is asking for the approval. Just hit yes and wait. So you can see all resources are started getting created one by one. So you can see all the values it is accessing from the module itself. So it is starting like module.vpc dot this, right? So you can see we got some error, invalid, the architecture x64 does not match ARM specifier instance. Okay, so I think the instance type we have provided, that is not matching with the criteria. So let's just go ahead and let's just change this. Go to the variable section. Here you have the AMI, right? So please, so to get the AMID, what you have to do, just go to your this portal, click on launch instances and any instance you want to take, right? So in my case, So here you can see like along with all the images you do have this AMI, correct? So this one you can select as per your requirement. Okay, so let me just select one quickly. So once I have changed the AMID, I have again done Terraform apply, and it is asking for the approval. Okay, so it has started creating the EC2 instance now. Okay, let's wait for a moment till this is done. Creation complete, so when added, right? So all the resources has been already created and for the EC2 instance it failed, right? So okay, so once this is done, we can just go ahead and let's just verify the resources I do have any EC2 instances or not. So here you can see I have prod server running here, the same name I have given in the code, right? Let's just go to the variable, and where is the EC2 instance name? This instance name, right? Prod server is there, right? And if you will click on that, if you will try to know more about this, so see, so as we have not assigned any public IP here, so you can get this private IP we only have provided, right? Dot 100, so that got assigned to him. This is the my VPC we have created, and this is the subnet which we have created to show you this my subnet, right? And this is the AMI ID we have changed. So like this you can do modular format, right? So stay tuned. In the next video session I will show you how you can create multiple resources. Okay, along with that we will see whatever pending we have left, right? Like we have pending this multiple resources, we have pending this for each loop. Along with that we can add here, right? I will show you how to use TF-vars, correct? So that also I will show you, and you know, right, I will show you a config folder concept also. So that is a very most demanding concept, right? So I will show you in the next session. So we are already very late, so thanks for watching, stay tuned. And if you are really finding my videos helpful, please do a like and consider subscribing, and please share with your friends. Okay, because these things will motivate me to do this all thing for you. Thank you guys.